University Challenge. Asking the questions, Amol Rajan.
Hello and welcome to University Challenge. Tonight, a trailblazing postgraduate college of Cambridge faces a pioneering provider of adult higher education for a place in the second round. Only a win will see them through for certain, but a losing score in the region of 130 will keep them in contention for a repechage spot, at least for now. Our first team tonight are playing on behalf of Darwin College, Cambridge, which this year is celebrating its 60th birthday. Named after George Darwin, second son of Charles, it was the first Cambridge college dedicated exclusively to postgraduate study and the first to admit both men and women, with notable students including the Nobel laureate Elizabeth Blackburn, the primatologist Jane Goodall and the Barbadian politician Elliot Belgrave. The college made its University Challenge debut in 2018 and made it all the way to the semi-finals of that series. Let's meet the team, hoping to improve on that this year.
Hi, my name is Rebecca McClelland. I'm from Essex and I'm doing a PhD in optical microscopy.
Hi, I'm Sophie Willis. I'm from Derby and I'm studying for a PhD in pathology.
And their captain?
Hi, my name is Harrison Whitaker. I'm from Terre Haute, Indiana in the United States, and I'm doing a PhD in film.
Hi, I'm Rowan Stewart. I'm from Edinburgh and I'm studying for a Masters in Linguistics.
Birkbeck University dates its foundation to a speech made in a pub in 1823 by the academic George Birkbeck to a crowd including Jeremy Bentham on the importance of educating the working people of London. To meet the needs of working learners, it delivers almost all its teaching in the evening, and its alumni include the politician Ed Davey, the astronaut Helen Sharman, and the comedian Ramesh Ranganathan. Teams from Birkbeck have reached the quarterfinals of this competition twice in the last 5 years and lifted the trophy once in 2003. Let's meet the team representing Birkbeck tonight.
Hi, I'm Rosalie van Onsenor. I'm from the Netherlands and I'm studying for a Master's in Creative Writing.
Hi, I'm Ima Murthy. I'm a Sri Lankan-born Londoner and I'm studying English with creative writing.
And their captain.
Hi, I'm Alex Evans. I'm from Claygate in Surrey and I study politics, philosophy and history.
Hi, I'm Eric Skidmore, originally from Salford. I'm studying for a research degree in early modern history.
Very nice to see you all. I think you know how this works, so should we get straight into it? OK, fingers on buzzers, here is your first starter for 10. Including the characters Caroline Abbott, Lilia Heriton and Gino Corella, and set in England and Italy, what was E.M. Forster's first published novel?
Darwin Whitaker.
Where Angels Fear to Tread.
Where Angels Fear to Tread is correct, yes. Your bonuses then, Darwin, are on cities whose names have more than one letter Z in their usual English spelling. In each case, name the city from the description. First, terminus of a railway to Pointe-Noire on the Atlantic coast. This present-day capital city was a centre of free French activity during World War II and was the location of a 1944 conference called by General de Gaulle.
Brazzaville?
Yes. Secondly, identified with an ancient Shang dynasty capital, this city on the lower plain of the Yellow River is one of only a small number of national central cities of China. It's the capital of Henan province.
Number two sounds no.
No answer.
Zhengzhou. Finally, this city on the river Ebro was captured by Alfonso the Battler in 1118 and for more than 300 years was the capital of the Kingdom of Aragon.
Zaragoza.
I think, yeah.
Nominate Stuart.
Zaragoza.
Yes, that's correct, yeah. Let's start the question now. Fingers on buzzers. Named after a political grouping and popularised by Herbert Butterfield in a 1931 monograph, what approach to history sees past events as leading inevitably from a benighted past to a more favourable present? Prominent figures of the grouping in question include Robert Walpole and Charles James Fox.
Birkbeck Skidmore.
Whig?
It is for the Whig interpretation of history, yes, quite right. Your bonuses, Birkbeck, are on the novels of Jane Austen, in the words of the Oxford Companion to Shakespeare. The Companion observes that some commentators have found similarities between the structure of Pride and Prejudice and which of Shakespeare's comedies. Its characters include Claudio, Hero, Beatrice and Benedick.
Much ado about nothing. Much ado about nothing.
Much ado about nothing.
Yes, according to The Companion, the love plot of Mansfield Park resembles that of which comedy, often considered a problem play? Both play and novel include a leading male character with the name Bertram.
Comedy plays. Just guess any comedy play you can think of.
Bertram, what to do?
Taming the Shrew.
As you like it.
As You Like It.
No, it's All's Well that Ends Well. The companion also notes that in Mansfield Park, Henry Crawford, quote, reveals his insincerity by the skill with which he reads aloud. From which play, in his attempt to court Fanny Price, the characters he reads include Buckingham, Wolsey and Cromwell.
This must be like a Henry VIII.
Henry VIII.
Yeah.
Henry VIII.
Correct. Here's another starter. In 2023, who became the first female artist to have a solo retrospective in the main galleries of the Royal Academy? The show included archive footage of her 2010...
Darwin Whittaker.
Marina Abramovich.
Correct, yes. Your bonuses, Darwin, are on song cycles. In each case, please give me the composer from a description of the song cycle. First, the composer of a song cycle for male voice and piano published between 1823 and 1824 comprised of settings of poems by Wilhelm Müller. English translations of song titles from the cycle include Frozen Tears, Will-o'-the-Wisp and The Hurdy-Gurdy Man.
Oh, geez, it's kind of familiar, but it just doesn't.
Something
Any names from around
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, songs without words.
No, it's Franz Schubert. The cycle is Winter Riser. Secondly, the composer of a 1948 song cycle, Calligram, a setting of 7 poems by Guillaume Apollinaire. This composer's other song cycles include Tel jour, telle nuit, a setting of 9 poems by Paul Eluard.
48 French, potentially. It's not ringing any bells at all.
names that fit well.
No, it has to be dead by then. I'll have to go with an American, I guess. I don't even know. Yeah, Britain.
No, it's Poulenc. And finally, the composer of a song cycle written in 1908-09 on Wenlock Edge, a setting for tenor, string quartet and piano of 6 poems from A.E. Houseman's A Shropshire Lad.
Don't know this either. I mean, it's like Vaughan Williams or someone like that.
Yeah,
That sounds good. Vaughan Williams.
It is Vaughan Williams, yes. Picture round now, and for your picture starter, you're going to see part of the table of contents from an edition of a novel. For 10 points, give me the novel's title.
Darwin Whittaker.
The Time Machine.
It is by H.G. Wells, of course. Following on from that partial list of chapters in H.G. Wells' The Time Machine, which you saw for your picture starter, your picture bonuses, Darwin, will show all or part of the contents pages of 3 more works of speculative fiction. I just need the title of the novel in each case. First...
Hearth and the Salamander. I have no idea. No, like a Wrinkle in Time. What? It could be, but I don't know what it would be. I don't know. A Wrinkle in Time?
No, it's Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. Okay. Secondly, this is part of the chapter list of which novel translated into English?
Whoa, Wild Man with the Barometer. I don't know.
Translated to something.
Like iRobot or something? Like iRobot?
No, it's We by Yevgeny Zamyatin.
Of course.
And finally, name this novel. The title of the novel has been redacted from what you'll see.
Oh, Dune, surely.
Yeah,
Dune,
yeah,
I imagine.
yeah.
Dune.
It is, yes. Fingers on buzzers then. Here's your next starter for 10. Meanings of what single word term include all of the following? In economics, a measure of how sensitive one economic factor is to changes in another.
Birkbeck van Onzenort.
Elasticity?
Elasticity is correct. Yes, well done. Your bonuses then, Birkbeck, are 3 questions on glass. Used for strengthening and to remove stresses, in what process is glass that is made at high temperature gradually cooled to a temperature below the strain point?
Well, you've got tempering, or you've got annealing.
Supercooling or annealing?
Oh, it might be supercooling, yeah.
Supercooling? Supercooling?
Bad luck, it's annealing. In contrast to annealing, in what strengthening process is compressive stress formed in the surface of glass by being rapidly cooled from a temperature just below the softening point? It is used in the manufacture of glass doors and windscreens.
This is going to be supercooling then, right?
This is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You love supercooling.
supercooling.
No, it's tempering. What chemical compound is the predominant constituent of most glasses in commercial use, such as those for windows and tableware?
Silicon. Yeah.
Silicon.
Silicon?
Silica.
Silica?
Yeah.
Silica. Silica is a compound.
Silica.
Yeah, silica or silicon dioxide, correct. Let's start the question now. Fingers on buzzers. The border between which 2 modern-day countries is known as the Durand Line, after the British diplomat who agreed it with the Emir Abdur Rahman Khan in 1893. It remains fiercely disputed and endures continued violence due in part to the resentments of Pashtun nationalists.
Birkbeck Skidmore.
Pakistan and Kashmir.
No.
Darwin Stewart.
Pakistan and India.
No, it was Afghanistan and Pakistan.
That's okay.
And I'm afraid, Birkbeck, you do lose 5 points because that was an interruption. Another starter question now. Founded in New York in 1853 by a family of German immigrants, which firm of musical instrument manufacturers achieved...
Birkbeck van Onzenort.
Steinway?
Yeah, it was Steinway, yes, well done. Your bonuses then, Birkbeck, are on Sicilian food. Name each Sicilian dish from the description. All three answers are single words that begin with the same two letters. First, a dish of chopped fried aubergine in a sweet sour tomato sauce, usually served cold or at room temperature. Common additions include celery, olives, capers, raisins and pine nuts.
That's Greek though, isn't it?
Is it?
Or is it not?
I don't think
Do we have something else?
Is moussaka Greek?
Arrabbiata, is it?
Arrabbiata.
Arrabbiata.
Oh yeah,
Arrabbiata?
arrabbiata maybe.
Arrabbiata, I think.
That's like a
got
pasta
that?
sauce dough. Go for it.
Arrabbiata.
No, it's caponata. Delicious it is too. Secondly, an elaborate cake traditionally made at Easter, consisting of alternating layers of sponge cake soaked in liqueur and sweetened ricotta mixed with chopped nuts, chocolate and candied fruit. The whole is then covered in marzipan and extravagantly decorated.
It's with CA.
Yeah, so it begins with CA. Do we have anything?
Cities and...
CA.
Not
No,
enough.
I'm not into cakes that much.
Let's pass.
Pass.
It's cassata. Finally, a dessert consisting of cigar-sized tubes of pastry, deep-fried and filled, traditionally again with sweetened ricotta.
This is, I think, cannelloni.
Cannolis.
Oh yeah, cannolis.
Right.
I think so.
Cannolis?
Does everyone
The
agree?
Godfather? Yeah.
What's that?
Let's go for it.
Cannolis?
Cannoli is correct, yes. I like the Godfather reference. Another side of the question. What surname links all of these? The US computer scientist who became director of the MIT Instrumentation Laboratory's Software Engineering Division in 1965, developing software for the Apollo program. The Irishman who discovered quaternions and the quantum mechanical operator named after him.
Darwin Whittaker.
Hamilton.
It is Hamilton, yes. Well done. 3 questions then on notable productions by the Belgian theatre director Ivo van Herve. In 2016, Van Herve won the Tony Award for Best Director for his Broadway debut, a revival of which play by Arthur Miller? It starred Mark Strong as protagonist Eddie Carboni, an Italian-American dock worker living in the Red Hook neighbourhood of Brooklyn.
View from the Bridge, yeah. View from the Bridge.
A View from the Bridge, yes. At the National Theatre in 2017 and 18, Van Herve directed the first run of Lee Hall's adaptation, of which film by Sidney Lumet. Bryan Cranston played the lead role of television news anchor Howard Beale.
Yeah, it's Network. Yeah. Network.
Yes. In 2015, Van Herve collaborated with which British musician on the musical Lazarus, which weaves this musician's songs into a loose sequel to the novel and film The Man Who Fell to Earth?
David Bowie.
Yes. Let's start the question now. Born in the 1870s in what is now Poland, which cosmetics pioneer founded a company that bears an anglicised version of...
Darwin Whittaker.
Max Factor.
It is Max Factor. Well done. Your bonuses, Darwin, are 3 questions on scientific terms that begin with the letter X. Dating from the 1940s, what name is given to a dry photocopying technique that uses an electric charge to hold a pigment powder in place to match a source document?
It's just okay. Xerox.
No, Xerox is a later term and it's a specific brand name. Xerography is what we're after. Bad luck. Meaning sword-shaped, what adjective is followed by the word process to refer to the lower section of the breastbone formed of cartilage that ossifies with age?
Adjective.
No.
Any guess? Any guess at all?
Absolutely no idea.
Nominate McClelland.
Xylem.
No, that was xiphoid. From the Greek for yellow, what word precedes the word gum in the name of a thickening agent E415, a polysaccharide produced by bacterial fermentation?
Xanthan.
Correct. Let's start a question now. It's a music round. For your music starter, you are going to hear a piece of popular music. For 10 points, identify the singer.
Birkbeck Evans.
Sinatra.
Of course it's Frank Sinatra, yes, well done. For your music starter, you heard Frank Sinatra with his version of Autumn Leaves, recorded in 1957. Your music bonuses will be 3 more songs that reference the transition from autumn to winter. Name the singer or band in each case. First... From the tears so
It sounds like Paul McCartney, but...
Kinks. Autumn Almanac. Yeah, Kinks.
The Kinks.
Yes, Autumn Almanac. Secondly,
Terrified of weather, 'cause I see you when it rains. Doc told me to travel, but there's COVID on the planes, and I'm hovering
Recent,
on, but it's the
COVID.
season of the sticks, and I
Current contemporary singer-songwriter,
she forgot that I
folksy.
existed. It's half my fault, but I just like to play the victim. I'll drink.
Sure. James Blunt.
no, it's Noah Khan. And finally,
This is the Mamas and the Papas, right? The Mamas and the Papas.
yeah, California Dreaming. Let's start the question. In the Manichaean Book of the Giants, who is the immediate predecessor to Mani in a sequence of prophets including Zoroaster and Buddha? In the Quran, this figure brings a clay bird to life and is born under a palm tree, events not found in the account of his life in the canonical Bible.
Birkbeck Evans.
Abraham.
No,
Darwin Whittaker.
Moses.
no, it's Jesus. Let's start the question. Of which 18th century philosopher did A.J. Ayer say he was campaigning against religious belief, but above all, he wished to preserve philosophy from the license of fancy and hypothesis into which theology falls? His works of...
Birkbeck Murphy.
Bertram?
No, and I'm afraid you lose 5 points. You can hear a bit more of the question. His works include dialogues concerning natural religion and a treatise of human nature.
Darwin Whittaker.
David Hume.
It is David Hume, yes. Your bonuses, Darwin, are on films with scores by the composer Rachel Portman. In each case, name the film from the description. First, a 1999 debut film of writer and director Lynn Ramsey, set in Glasgow. It follows the life of a young boy on a council estate during the refuse strikes of the 1970s.
She directed Ratcatcher and Morven Collar. I think Ratcatcher seems more plausible. Yeah. That's Lynn Ratcatcher?
Yes. Secondly, a 1999 film based on John Irving's 1985 book of the same name. Portman's score for this film was nominated for an Academy Award.
It's the Cider House Rules, maybe? I think John Irving wrote the Cider House Rules. Cider House Rules?
Yes. In 1996, Portman became the first woman to win an Academy Award for a musical score for her work on an adaptation of which novel by Jane Austen?
Sense and Sensibility. What was the year?
96.
So Sense and Sensibility, then sure. Or it could be Emma. Emma's 96-ish, right?
Yeah, I think probably
Okay. Sense and Sensibility.
Bad luck, it was Emma. Bad luck. Now, let's start the question now. I need the name of a specific work of art here. The artist Daniele da Volterra was nicknamed the Breeches Maker after being commissioned in 1564 to conceal the nudity of figures in which fresco, completed 23 years earlier on the altar wall of the Sistine Chapel by Michelangelo?
Darwin Whittaker.
The Last Judgment.
It is The Last Judgment, yes. Your bonuses then, Darwin, are 3 questions on eyes in 20th century art. Consisting of a metronome with a photograph of an eye attached to its arm, Object to be Destroyed is a 1923 work by which US surrealist? 10 years later, when his partner photographer Lee Miller left him, he remade it using an image of her eye instead.
Man Ray, probably. Man Ray.
Yes. Part of the Tate collection, the installation Eyes and Mirrors is one of which French-American sculptor's series of cells? It features a pair of black marble eyeballs positioned in the centre of a wire mesh cage surrounded by mirrors of different sizes.
French-American, Louise Bourgeois, maybe French, I don't know. Bourgeois?
Yes. The False Mirror is a 1928 painting by which European surrealist? It depicts a large, isolated human eye whose iris is painted to appear as a window onto a cloudy blue sky.
Must be Magritte. Yeah. Magritte.
Correct. Let's start the question. Published posthumously in 1763 with notes from his friend Richard Price, Essay Towards Solving a Problem in the Doctrine of Chances is a work by which English mathematician? In it, he discusses a number of results regarding conditional probability, which form the...
Birkbeck Van Onzenart.
Bayes?
It is Thomas Bayes, yes, well done. Your bonuses, Birkbeck, are on recent recipients of the Kennedy Center Honours, annual awards given to individuals in the performing arts for their contribution to US culture. In each case, name the recipient from the information given. All 3 are singers. First, born in New Jersey, her hits in the 1960s include Walk On By and Do You Know the Way to San Jose?
Dionne Warwick.
Dionne Warwick.
Yes. Secondly, born in Pennsylvania, this leading soprano has made numerous opera house debuts playing the Countess in The Marriage of Figaro. In 2014, she became the first classical artist to sing the US national anthem at the Super Bowl.
Wait, when did she sing it at the Super Bowl?
Like within the last 5 years. I don't know, no clue. Classical singer.
Yeah, I don't know any of
Culture.
Forget it. Any classical singers?
Like, I know Jessie Norman, but she's old.
Jesse Norman.
No, it's Renee Fleming. Finally, born Dana Elaine Owens in New Jersey in 1970, this artist paved the way for a future generation of female rappers and has also starred in the films Chicago and Jungle Fever.
So, Lauryn Hill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lauryn Hill.
No, it's Queen Latifah. Picture round now, and for your picture starter, you're going to see a painting of an artist at work. For 10 points, I want the name of the painting's creator, not the artist depicted.
Birkbeck Evans.
Sergeant.
It is John Singer Sargent, yes. For your picture starter, you saw John Singer Sargent, an artist in his studio, a 1904 portrait of Ambrogio Raffaele. For your picture bonuses, you will see 3 more artists' depictions of other artists. This time, I need names for both the painter and the subject. First, for 5 points.
Is this Gauguin van Gogh?
By Van Gogh of Gauguin. Sure. Van Gogh and Gauguin.
No, that was a painting of Monet by Renoir. Secondly...
Oh, gosh.
Is it Braque and Picasso?
Braque and Picasso.
Braque and
Picasso.
Bad luck. That was portrait of Pablo Picasso, 1912, but it was by Juan Gris. Finally...
Oh, that's
This would be.
Cézanne.
no.
This would be Van Gogh,
Is it
right?
Gauguin painting?
Was it
No, Van Gogh.
I mean, this
painting
is-
Gauguin.
Van Gogh.
Gauguin or Van Gogh?
Let's just go with that again.
Gauguin and Van Gogh.
Yes, that was a portrait of Van Gogh by Gauguin. No side of question. This is a quote. We are in camp 5 miles behind the line. Yesterday, our relief arrived. Now our bellies are full of bully beef and beans. Given here in translation, these are the opening words of which literary work originally published under the German title...
All
Birkbeck
part
Murphy.
on the Western Front.
All Quiet on the Western Front is correct, yeah. Your bonuses, Birkbeck, are on words that contain 4 consecutive vowels. In each case, give the word from the definition or description. First, an interdisciplinary field concerned with the night sky and the movements of the celestial bodies in relation to the positioning and form of monumental structures in ancient times.
Oh, gosh.
Something cosmology.
No, 4 consecutive vowels, right?
Do we have like anything?
4
4
consecutive.
consecutive vowels. That's an ask.
That's false.
Pass.
It's archaeoastronomy. Secondly, a comprehensive list of medicinal products alongside instructions for their approved use, an example being a British quality standard first published in 1864.
Pharmacopoeia, has that got...
Doesn't have consecutive vowels.
Come on, guys, give yourselves a chance for a high score.
Pharmacopoeia.
Correct. Finally, likely to be named after a Cherokee polymath, the coniferous tree, of which a prominent example in a national park in California is General Grant, more than 250 feet tall and nicknamed the nation's Christmas tree.
Sequoia.
Yes, the giant sequoia. Let's start the question now. What century saw all of the following? The completion of the Abbasid Grand Mosque at Samarra, the appointment of Fujiwara Yoshifusa as regent of the Japanese emperor, the Treaty of Verdun that divided the Carolingian Empire, and the deaths of Kenneth MacAlpin, Charlemagne, and Alfred the Great.
Darwin Whittaker.
The 800s.
The 800s is correct, the 9th century, yes. Your bonuses, Darwin, are 3 questions on libraries. Considered a rival to the Library of Alexandria, the Pergamum Library was founded by the Attalid ruler Eumenes II in the 2nd century BCE at a site in which modern-day country?
Iran, I would guess, or Iraq. Iraq. Iraq.
No, it's Turkey. Better known for his adult fiction, who wrote the 2008 children's book, The Strange Library? Translated into English in 2014, it is the story of a young boy imprisoned in a nightmarish library by a man who aims to eat his fact-filled brains.
Non-English adult-ish author, maybe horror of some kind.
Come on.
I'm so far away. Pass.
It's Murakami. Motivated by her father's inability to read, which US singer founded the Imagination Library, a preschool reading scheme that began in Tennessee in 1995? The programme now sends over 2 million free books a month to children around the world.
Dolly Parton.
It is Dolly Parton. 3 minutes to go. According to a study published in 2024, the clouds of which planet may contain the iron-bearing substances rhomboxylase and acid ferric sulfate. The main constituent of these clouds is sulfuric acid.
Darwin Whittaker.
Venus.
Venus is correct. Your bonus is a 3 questions on life sciences. What colour is indicated by the prefix leuco, appearing, for example, in the terms leukocyte and leucoplastid?
White.
Yes. The whitethroat, Sylvia communis, belongs to what general category of small songbird? In the common names of other birds, this may follow garden, sedge and willow.
Sedge. Thrush.
Thrush?
Yeah, I don't know. Thrush.
No, it's a warbler. Finally, Trifolium repens is the white species of which trefoil plant, used as a fodder crop and commonly found in roadside verges and unmaintained lawns?
Clover? I think clover? Yeah. Clover.
Yes. Let's start the question. The Arborescia are a linguistic minority of Italy who speak a dialect of what Indo-European language? They are the descendants of refugees who fled the Balkan Peninsula from the 15th century as a result of Ottoman invasions.
Darwin Whittaker.
Albanian.
Albanian is correct, yes. Your bonuses are on sleeves. Name the style of sleeve based on its description. First, a style of sleeve that continues in one piece up to the neck. It shares its name with a road in Dublin that appears in the title of a 1946 poem by Patrick Kavanagh.
Raglan.
Yeah.
Raglan.
Yes. Secondly, a sleeve with 2 parts. The top part at the sleeve head is very full and is gathered and joined to a fitted sleeve part in the lower arm. It shares its name with one of Shakespeare's title characters.
Title characters.
Tapered or something?
It's not a title character. Titus. Capulet. Well, I feel it's got to be Romeo. Romeo, maybe.
Juliet.
Juliet.
Come on.
Romeo.
No, it's Juliet. Finally, this 3/4 length fitted sleeve typically ends a few inches above the wrist and is named for the fact that it is short enough to show the wearer's jewellery.
Armlet.
No, it's bracelet. Let's start the question. Paintings by John Constable with views described as from the meadows and from the Bishop's grounds all depict which prominent building in Wiltshire?
Darwin Whittaker.
Salisbury Cathedral.
It is Salisbury Cathedral. Well done. Your bonuses are on the US author Michael Chabon. Name the 2 title characters of Chabon's 2000 novel about 2 comic book artists in early 20th century New York, which later won the Pulitzer Prize.
Cavalier and Clay.
Yes, which US city appears in the title of Chabon's 1988 debut novel? It's a coming-of-age novel featuring a bisexual protagonist whose father is a money launderer for the mob.
It's Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh.
Yes, Chabon's 2007 novel, The Yiddish Policeman's Union, is structured around an alternative history in which the 1940... And that will go on Birkbeck, London at 110 and Darwin at 205. That was very decent and generous of you to applaud at the end there, because you were right in it till about the last 5 minutes. But crucially, it's the last 5 minutes that count the most. 110 is not going to be enough to see you come back, which is a shame because we so enjoyed having you. Darwin, you kind of... I thought you'd have gone to sleep for about 5 minutes in the middle, but then you came storming back at the end with a very strong performance. Anything over 200 is very good. We shall see you again and look forward to it. I hope you can join us next time for another first-round match. But until then, it is goodbye from Birkbeck, London.
Goodbye.
It's goodbye for now from Darwin in Cambridge.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.